We'll be starting off with compounding equipment. Compounding pharmacists and technicians use several types of equipment. Compounding measurements are very important because different measurements could result in different end products. We're going to be using the metric system. And a clinical pearl is the wider the measuring beaker is, the larger of a chance for error, but the easier it is to mix. So beakers that are wider are easier to mix, but there is a higher chance for error. Getting into the equipment types, we have graduated cylinder. The curve of the liquid is called the meniscus, and that is where it is read. We have syringes, which is the most accurate for measuring any small volume. For weighing equipment, we have two types of balances. The older balance is the class 3 torsion balance and can hold up to 1 gram. The electronic balance is simple and has a higher sensitivity, and obviously now the electronic balances are used more. You do have to zero them out every time. For the older balance, we are going to use a minimum weighable quantity. So that's the minimum weight something has to weigh for it to be detected. There are pipettes, which are thin plastic or glass tubes used to measure small volumes, and droppers, which are similar to pipettes. They just don't have any lines. They hold a specific amount of volume. Moving on to electric mixing equipment. This is used to reduce the particle size. It creates a homogenized product, meaning it's basically uniform and is consistent in mixture and texture. Hot plates with stir bars are used to heat and mix. There are ointment mills, which are used for homogeneous, smooth, more absorption through the skin products. There are molds, which are used for when the medication is often dispensed in a disposable plastic mold. Refrigeration helps these soft products retain its shape. Tablets are made via a tablet punch. There are capsules, which are usually derived from gelatin. For mortars and pastels, every pharmacy needs at least one glass and one Wedgwood or porcelain mortar and pestle. Glass mortars are used for liquids, for mixing compounds that are oily or can stain, while Wedgwood mortars have a rougher surface than porcelain, therefore used for grinding dried crystals. Porcelain mortars have a smooth surface and are preferred for blending powders and pulverizing gummy consistencies. Next, we have spatulas. These are used to mix and transfer ingredients. The flat part of the blade can be used to flatten and grind down ingredients. The stainless steel should not be used if making a mixture that contains any metallic ions. And lastly, we have ointment slabs, which are surfaces which are basically used for compounding ointments, which are pretty self-explanatory, the ointment slabs. So moving on to